Okay, so here we are with the first game in Asteroid Blues that we're playing. So I wanted to start off with a narrative story of why my forces are in the area. And this story is basically that there is a huge sort of dark hidden prison facility within within this asteroid cluster, and they've been holding a speculo killer for a number of years. Now, during interrogation, the speculo went into a sort of a self-induced catatonic state, and has recently, in the past week or so, reawakened and started to be conscious again. So my I.S.S team is escorting a high-ranking officer to the prison to lead the data mining exercises that they're going to be running. As they arrive in this towards this hidden facility in this kind of fake Eugene mining people's town, they're surprised by the presence of an I.S.S force who appear to be trying to gain access to the same prison. Now, the only conclusion they can make is that even though they're technically both on the same side, it can't be a coincidence that they've arrived just when this speculo is reawakening. And they obviously cannot let this valuable asset fall out of Eugene's hands for whatever reason. So, considering that, I'll run through my deployment so far. So, I have a Rushi over here. Inside this building, I have a mad trap, which is coming from this Zanying agent here, with another mad trap in this other corner. And then there is a 5-man link of 4 Quangshi with chain rifles and 1 Celestial Guard with the control device. There's another agent in here, which is got the Harris skill and I think breaker combi rifle and sensor. And that's all I have on the board at the moment. And now over to my opponent.
Okay, so starting from left to right, so we've got Ajax in a link with a Myrmidon chain rifle and a Myrmidon Spitfire.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a net rod over here, which landed successfully.
Yeah.
And on this side, we've got a Thrakotai link with A.S.S. I've got a name. Hang on a tick. I hardly ever use it. That's why I forgot that name.
The one with the Spitfire and stuff.
It's the one with the Spitfire.
Yeah.
I never ever. Alki. That's it. Alki.
Okay.
And then that's Alki. It was like proxy for the Spec Ops because I don't actually have the figure. That's going to be the paramedic.
Yeah.
And that's the engineer. Sorry, that's the Ford Observer.
Yeah.
And this is the engineer.
Okay.
Which is another proxy. Okay. And
Cool.
we've just got the Lamed Rebot. That's the repeater 6/6 minutism.
Okay, so for hacking, yeah.
Yeah.
The hacking assist kind of bot.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So now we'll get down our reserves. Okay, so as my reserve, I put down a Hessen with a HMG inside this building, completing the 3-man Harris link. And Josh, what did you put down?
I just put down the Myrmidon Hacker.
Okay.
To complete that 4-man Amatakos
Okay.
link.
Okay, so before we get started, we'll go into because this is a custom mission, we'll go into what the objectives are. So the Aleph team have automatically got first turn, and they get a 16-inch deployment zone compared to my 12-inch deployment zone. What they have to do is they have to get to the secret consoles here and over here. So we've got basically hidden as an information terminal and a bus stop time schedule. They have to use a specialist to activate those, which open the 2 hidden doors in the middle of this statue, in the middle of the battlefield. That is the secret entrance down into the prison. So controlling both of these at the end of the game is worth 3 objective points. If you're the only person in control of one of them, you get 2 objective points. If both players have control of one, then they have 1 objective point each. Controlling, which is being in base contact with the central square here, with the most points at the end of the game, gets you 4 objective points. Getting more people into the facility, which means voluntarily leaving the battlefield, still counting for turns of retreat, gives you 2 objective points if you get more inside than your opponent. And then we have 1 classified objective each. And that's the mission we're playing. So yeah, good luck.
Good luck, mate.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so in the first order, I moved my Lemdeath Rebot. I gave it two orders to move up here within 8 inches of the HVT. And using my hackers, using an order on my hacker, I used the Spotlight program twice in order to get the first classified, the HVT designation.
Yeah.
And then after that, I moved.
While you were doing that,
while I was doing that, sorry, I moved my link team up twice, and then the hacker claimed this first gate console to open the gate.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of put them into position, and then I moved the Thurakatai team up, and they claimed this console here.
Yeah.
Okay. And they opened up that gate, and then I just moved I moved them back into more of a defensive position because I know that the Quangxi are going to come pouring out of that building in the middle.
Yeah, that door
maybe
right in
the
front.
Rushi is going to stomp around through there or whatever. So I just got to brace myself for the next turn, or in Jonjo's turn basically, in his first turn, so I can soak up as much damage and try to kill as much stuff.
Yeah.
To get to the central gate
Yeah.
in the middle.
But the game's pretty much gone as expected. The Aleph are in control of the midfield.
And I haven't failed a roll, so it's been a good start for
the Aleph.
Yeah, so it's been
nice.
So over
Right.
to the Yu Ying.
Okay, so in the Yujing turn 1, I started off by moving the Celestial Guard. He came out the door and he fired smoke up against this building, trying to make sure it was in his good range. And I kind of mucked it up and I just missed this bit of cover that I was hoping to go to the Rushi. So I had to spend a second order to do it again. After that, the Rushi was able to move up into position. And just for clarity, we're saying that any of these signs on the ground floor extend to the extend all the way to the floor, just to because otherwise they technically don't give any cover. Then he fired on the what's she called again?
Alki.
Alki. I've got no idea how to pronounce that. Somebody can hammer us for doing it wrong. And then this Thurakatai, then this one, and then the one back here. And I just got lucky and managed to get them all out, despite them trying to dodge out the way. And that was pretty much, I had one order left, and I decided to just put them on suppression fire to try and hold down that zone a bit. And yeah, that's everything else pretty much stayed where it is, or where it was. So over to Aleph for turn 2. Talk me through that great turn.
Okay, so where to start? Okay, so basically this Myrmidon link, we decided to just sort of centralise around the centre objective. So to just bunker down and try to hold it for the next turn, which will be your turn 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought about going through like a bit of a rampage and trying to kill these Rushi, but I thought that's just going to be just a huge headache, and I only got 7 orders, so I don't think I'm going to do it. But then, as Ajax came onto here, you told me that your
he'd get a line of sight and move further out.
with the
Spitfire
guy. So I thought, okay, well I'll take my chances and see if I can hurt him. So the first roll,
I got through to you, didn't I?
Me, and I managed to save, luckily.
Yeah.
And then I thought I'll just take my chance and do it again. And the second roll,
I rolled a 3, didn't I? And then I missed, total miss with my other dice. Yeah.
And I got a crit, and I got 2 hits through.
Yeah.
And luckily, one of your saves failed, so
he's unconscious. And then you also moved the hacker in here, didn't you?
And I moved the hacker inside the building.
Yeah, in prep to try and hack him if he tries to come into the centre.
Yeah, any HI influence is going to be having a bit of a hard time.
So I'm doubly screwed because that was actually my lieutenant.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought this was your lieutenant, so that's good. That's even better.
Yeah. So. Yeah, well, thematically, I said, because I wanted a reason for my commander to be here. He's now currently unconscious. He should hope.
It's the med bay.
He'll survive. He'll survive. He's a A.S.S, and he's a tough guy.
Now I have to go and kill him now. I'll go and.
Oh no! Don't. Then his whole story is completely.
Just throw it in the
bin. I'll just be like, oh. No, he'll have to.
The resurrection of Commander Crane.
Yeah, well, I think I did that last campaign, so I think.
Aleph can take his body, and we can make a nice L host.
You can apologise, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Old Hessian is down, so I am in Lost Lieutenant. So let's see how this fun, crazy jazz goes. Okay, so Eugene turn 2 was a bit stifled due to Lost Lieutenant. So, my opponent said, oh, it's not too bad because the Krang Shi will move in the right direction. Because he put the bot there to hack me, they all moved away from the central objective, which was pretty annoying. So I changed 2 orders, irregular orders, to regular, which gave me enough to get some smoke down, and the Rushi was able to shoot at your Spitfire guy and put him unconscious, as he got hacked by the hacker through the repeater in the Rembot. Then I moved the mad traps up slightly just to try and make me hard to get to. I doubt I'm going to get rushed anyway because all the points are in the middle. And then just shuffled a few things around, and that was it really. Oh, so that should have moved up with him. Yeah, and over to my opponent. See whether he can finish this battle off.
Final turn.
Yeah.
6 orders. Let's go.
Aleph turn 3.
Okay, so not a huge turn, but I just moved the engineer that was over here, the Thrakata engineer.
You did a cautious first, didn't you? So I couldn't reset with the ram.
And then she just ran into the prison installation, and now she's sole Aleph volunteer. Infiltrator to go down there. And then Ajax stayed the same. The Myrmidon hacker came out of the building and positions herself here.
You were thinking about going in, weren't you?
I was thinking about going in, but I thought I'm going to have to...
You want to make sure you can hack the rem if it tries to...
Hack the rem and give some kind of covering fire to whatever's going to come down through here. And I thought I'd put the other Myrmidon with chain rifle here. Yeah. Just in case something wants to come across the side, they've got something there to stop them from doing something. So.
Okay, I need a Hail Mary to win this game, or at least claw back some points. So let's see how it goes. All right, so my last turn, I moved my agent out of this building and along here using a lieutenant order and a couple of orders. We had a little bit of. Have you got that Myrmidon? Did he go somewhere? Yeah. We had a little bit of a scuffle here. I tried to shoot, and then he decided to assault, and we both just failed all our rolls. I think on 9s you need 13.
Yeah, I managed to pass my physical check and got in there.
So I had to do.
Rolls,
Then I had to get. Yeah, was it you rolled a 3, and then on 3 dice I rolled like 2 1s or something.
Like that. Yeah, I beat you.
Yeah, so.
I beat you with a 3.
But that still allowed my ninja, who had been hiding here the whole battle to pop out. And what he did is he came out and managed to shoot at the... Is that a...
Myrmidon Hacker?
Myrmidon Hacker.
Yeah.
I didn't realise... I forgot about the ODD. So I was like, oh, I need 8s. That's terrible. And I luckily critted with an 8 and took her out. When he popped there, he also moved back. So the next order, I activated the console. So removing some victory points from my opponent. And then re-camoed, came in and joined the fight here. Managed to kill the Myrmidon, which freed them up. So I did a combined order and a couple of other orders, which ended up with a ninja in the building and the agent at the corner of the bus stop here. And he shot at the back of Ajax. I hit 3 times, he passed all 3 armor saves. And then he turned around and I tried to shoot him again and he...
I got 1 through.
Yeah, you got like 1 through and I passed the armor save.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the game. So at the end of the game, we have the same amount in the centre. So there's no victory points there. I gain 1 point for having won the consoles on the outside under my control. My opponent gets 1. And then my opponent got 4 points for holding the central objective. So the final... Oh, and 1 classified. So the total was 1 point to me and 6 points to my opponent. Yeah. So that'd be a major victory.
Yes.
Nice.
Good yes.
Way, good start to the campaign.
It is not good for your commander, is it?
Well, you know, he's just unconscious.
He's
He's chilling. He'll be all right. I'll be able to write something to make it sound...
To patch it all up.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, scenario 2 is about an escaped specular killer. Yeah. And I think this very clearly shows that it was A.S.S fault. So, you know...
You want to put that together, that's fine, that's okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
We're here to save people, save lives.
Well, you know...
But just take yours away.
Yeah, well, you know. You know, there's expendable losses, you know.
Yeah.
All right, acceptable losses, I should say. Expendable losses is kind of means the same thing. Anyway, that's the end of the game.
That's it.